evening, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and it is a new vlog week. It is currently Monday, April 13th, and this is a YouTube channel all about cross stitch. That's why we call it Floss Tube. This floss is what we use to stitch with. Okay, so it's Monday, which is homework night. So let me pull out my book real quick, because oh no. The book got left at home. Okay, we're gonna have to wing it. Okay, first of all, we're gonna do our daily 30 on Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream. We're starting on this block right here, and hopefully I'll get most of those parked threads in that 30 minutes. Then, let's see. I know Autumn Wraith was one of them, but I kind of want to wait for Wednesday when it's Scavenger Hunt. Happiness. I can pull out Happiness because it's on a few of my homeworks. Yeah. I'm really not sure. I'm going to have to show y'all as I pull them out tonight. So first I'm going to work on Daily 30 and watch the homework video and figure out what I'm supposed to be working on tonight. Way to introduce yourself for this week. If you're new, welcome. There is no rhyme or reason here. It is daily vlogs that show you how I really am. I'm serious. So scatterbrained. Excuse me. So scatterbrained. So I will check in with y'all here in a little bit. Good morning, everybody. I have just a few minutes to catch y'all up before my relief gets here, and I'm really hoping that's not him. So, talking fast, we got lots of homework done last night. So first was 100 stitches on Which Way for the orange, because it was 100 or 200, and I really only had like 110 stitches. I was gonna have to switch projects to finish out the orange, and I was like, no, we're just gonna call it. Got 100 stitches, we're good. So then the other one, that the bonus for Shirls, was 100 specialty stitches. So I'm stitching with the 12, look, you can see the sparkle in there, on Fireworks on the 4th. So I put in just over 100 stitches up here in the Fireworks, all using a 12. So, which was on the approved specialty thread list. All right. So it wasn't him, so I don't have to be quite so fast. I had somebody tell me the other day they've been catching up on my videos in like 1.75 mode. So have fun with that. A minute ago when I was talking really, really fast. Okay. So then I switched to Happiness, because even though I could use this on Thursday or Friday, I really just decided to go ahead and knock it out. Because the other things that I have, Miss Ladybug can be worked on Saturday if need be, if I don't get to it sooner. Autumn Wraith will be worked on Wednesday. Happiness has a lot of prompts. So here's where we are on this one. I have finished Remembers, these two, the end of this letter and this word, and then so I just have light left and the end of the candle. I'm on my 3rd homework prompt on it. So I think I will pull it out tonight again and finish it before we move on to a different homework. I know I have at least one more prompt, maybe even 2 more. Well, the one I'm working on plus another one, maybe, if I need that much. Because I'm already up to 100 stitches. I could put 200 more. If I can get 200, I'll just make it one more homework prompt, and if it's more than that, then I'll split it into 2. So that's staying on the Q-Snap for this evening. And I am packing up and gotta go because he's going to be here soon. And we will see y'all this evening. Good evening, my friends, or good morning. I guess it really depends on what time you're watching this. But right now, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's about time to go home. Thought I would check in and update you. Did I check in yesterday afternoon? I don't think I did. I think I went straight into stitching when I got here. Okay, so here's the deal. I wanted to do my daily. So, daily on Alice. you can tell that's a watch now. You can even see the 12. That's pretty cool. So we're filling in that. So I did my daily, and then I jumped right into happiness because we were so close to a finish last night, and I still had prompts available to work on. So it's not like I was just working on it to finish it. I was working on it for prompts. And so I jumped right into it, and I did get that finish. So here is Happiness is Found by Katima Kona on Etsy. And here it is, all fully finished. That color's coming actually across pretty well, surprisingly. And it's a Dumbledore quote from Harry Potter. It says, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if only one remembers to turn on the light." So, and this is on 30 count Weeks Dye Works linen, which I hated, by the way. Complete torture. That's why I wanted to get it done. I mean, do you see all this fraying? Like, there's this part right here where just being in my Q-snap, it just kind of messed with the fabric. That's in a couple places. And I don't, it's just, you see how thin it is? You guys see my face? So, I mean, anyway. So, it's done now. It's beautiful. I really like the way, you know, it's lighter in the middle and then gets darker, excuse me, as it goes out, because that's what the candlelight would do. So someday I will frame it or something, but you know me, it'll go in my finishes bag for at least a year. So the next thing is I need to work on some more homework. What is something else that, because one of the prompts that I was going to use that for, but I ended up finishing it first, was something that was 75% or more done already. So I was like, okay, I need something that fits that prompt. And because it's a homework day, I can pull out anything, whether I've worked on it this month or not. So I decided to go ahead and pull out Guardians again. And we know it's way more than 75% done. And all I have is the one Guardian left. And I just put 200 stitches in it, which was one of the 3 colors in its entirety. It was 201 stitches of the colors in the last Guardian. So it's the dark pink there. That's 201 stitches. And it's got 2 more colors like that, and then back stitching, and this piece is done. So that was, I mean, it's nice to get that much closer. Maybe next month it'll be a finish. You know, I can't have too many this month. What, 1? I have 1. Anyway, so feeling really good about that. Then I'm like, okay, what else do I have left to work on for homework? And really, it is I had Miss Ladybug, which can be worked on Saturday because it's the day I'm supposed to work on it. I had Autumn Wraith, which is tonight's scavenger hunt stuff. I think that was it. There might be one other one. I cannot remember all. Oh, Forever and Ever, which also tonight for scavenger hunt. So sorry, I'm getting interrupted. So I decided to go ahead and pull out Autumn Wreath and go ahead and get started on it tonight, because it is more than one prompt, and on scavenger hunt night sometimes I only can get one of the prompt, or one prompt per project. So this way I could get 2. So I finished off one set of 200 tonight on this. We went up with the ribbon a little bit, filled in this leafy area and this purple leaf here, and you can see I started to kind of go in there too. So exciting. It's good. So I'm going to do another one on it tonight, and then of course at least one on Forever and Ever, and at least one on Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream. So it's exciting. I'm excited. I feel like so much progress is getting done. So many of my bigger WIPs that I've been that have been weighing on me a little bit are this close to being finished, and I definitely can get them done by the end of the year. You know, May, June is when I start freaking out about, oh man, I have all these lofty goals and I'm not going to reach them by the end of the year. So anyway, it's all good. I get so distracted. Okay, quit looking at my phone. My husband is messaging me. So yeah, but this year right now I'm feeling really good about my goals. Happiness was one of the WhipGo calls, so I officially have a red X on my board. It's not a X, I color it in, but anyways, it is both called and done and exciting. So I'm feeling really, really good about things, and I'm gonna let y'all go, and I will see you again tonight. We're gonna work on those scavenger hunt pieces. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, April 17th. I did not check in with y'all yesterday, and part of that's because I recorded my vlog and I just totally forgot. And then tonight I had a blistering headache, so it took me forever even to get to stitching, much less, you know, conversate about it. I have to be kind of quick because my relief should be here any minute. Last night we did lots of scavenger hunting. Just 3 prompts, but you know, it was good. It was good progress. First was on Forever and Ever. We got a good bit of leaf in here. I ran out of a color. That's gonna be hard in these day and age, in these times. So that was 200 stitches and a scavenger hunt completed. Then we worked on, of course I did my daily 30 on Alice, and then I did that one. And then where's Autumn Wreath? It's supposed to be in here. Well, apparently Autumn Wreath has misplaced itself. So I will show you all that tonight, okay? Then I worked on Alice some more and got a prompt done and almost an entire square towards another prompt. Or yeah, there was only like 3 stitches left in there today when I started. And then this is today's daily 30. So like you can tell, it's a watch. It's so exciting when the picture starts to show up. All right, so that was all I did last night, the scavenger hunting. And now tonight, I focus on a piece that I haven't worked on in a while. I used Choose My Whip to decide what I was going to work on tonight. It was between Wedding Row by Benton Creek or Key to My Heart from Stitchrovia, and Key to My Heart blindingly won, like 52 to 24, something like that. So I worked on that quite a bit tonight. Like I said, I had a really bad headache, so I didn't get as much done as I typically would have, but still, once my headache went away, I got after it. So I also didn't have Wi-Fi, so I didn't have the distraction of like virtual stitchers or anything. So here's where we're at on that. I had actually run out of this color, so I started filling in the silver, and it's a Victorian motto, so I may see if I got a DMC that matches closely enough with it. If not, I may have to like reach out to the community and find some more. But it's going away for a while. God, it's so beautiful. Stitchrovia has some crazy awesome talent, and this one is just absolutely amazing. I can't wait to work on it again. And of course, I love this fabric that Belinda sent me. It's from Color Cascades, and it's just too perfect. I think it all looks really well. I think that silver really pops. The red brings out the love part of it without me having to use, you know, the stitches to do that. The brown, I think, feels more like an antique key. I don't know. I just love everything about it, and I'm so excited. I got about 800 stitches in it tonight. So, not bad for, I think it was after midnight when I finally started on it. So, that is where I'm at. A quick and dirty update. I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I hope everybody enjoyed my Floss Tubeversary / Stitchmania plans. I really wanted to kind of do more with that, but I just wasn't, you know, having to be at work and that sort of thing. I wasn't in the right place for it. So I hope you enjoyed what you did get, and I hope you'll stick with me a little longer, I think. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I will check in tonight and we'll be picking a new focus piece. Not quite sure what I'm feeling. And I don't know. I don't have any homework prompts to base it off of other than extra credit, which I need something with water, and I don't think I have that in any of my pieces that haven't yet been worked on. So it may just be a draw it out of the bag, like close my eyes and pick type night. So anyways, I hope you'll come back, and I hope you continue watching. Anyway, bye. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is Sunday, April 19th. It is early in the afternoon, so I have sunlight right in my eyes. Ooh, that's good. Y'all block it, except for right there. Ooh. There we go. I can't really see because I just stared straight into the sun, but okay. Anyway, you're here for cross stitch. I have not seen you in a couple days. I don't remember why I didn't pop back on Friday night. Oh, my relief showed up really early and I was not prepared. Like, I was still mid-stitching everything everywhere and went, which who says that about getting a relief, right? You get to go home, but I don't like people coming up on me when I'm not ready. And I make a point of trying to be ready about 15 minutes before I could even possibly see somebody show up. Anyway, I'm hoping I don't get interrupted. It's still a little early for me. Okay, so I need to show you, I didn't get to show you that where I was on, where I got on Autumn Wreath when I worked on it for Scavenger Hunt Day, because I didn't have it in here. And here's where I'm at. Look how much of that is done. Like, I think before I start my next section, or the next stitching session on it, I am going to move the Q-snap like here. And that way, because I don't know, I kind of want to work this way. So, yeah, look at all that progress. It's amazing. It's amazing what you can do when you focus a little bit. And that's just, I think just 200 stitches, 2 or 3, whatever I did for Scavenger Hunt that night. So then Friday night, I worked on, remember I said I was probably just going to draw it? It's really funny because I did. I just reached in the bag and grabbed the first one, and it happened to be one I had talked about possibly even working on last week for homework. But then I ended up focusing on happiness and not getting to this one. So then it got all night Friday night. Now, saying that, I was not in a good place Friday night. So, stitching wise, I was like so unfocused. So it didn't get as much. Oh, and I had to frog this thing so many times. It was, I think I got almost 500 stitches into it. But when you have all night, that's nothing. That's nothing. Okay, so here's where I got to. I had started to go over with, I finished the red at the top part of the S, which I had to frog because I was 2 rows I had missed and it was not lining up. I finished the top of the I because it was the only red I had left up here. Started going over with the yellow. These are supposed to be touching. So there's a mistake. Okay, so this one, we need props. Where are props? I just had it. Okay. So this stitch right here should actually be down here. But if I fix that, like this all lined up. So there's more wrong, but they're swirls. They're not perfect, and I'm not going to make them be that way. So what I needed to do was make sure it was going to line up with the lettering. So I finished, or I continued to work on the lettering so I could get up to here, which is where the yellow meets the red. And of course, by this time I was done. But I will come from here over into the yellow to get it all to line up and have random swirlies that look nothing like the chart. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? Okay. I know I'm not staring at y'all, but it's because I have to look and see what I'm pointing at. Okay. So anyways, got some decent progress on that. Like, I was at this point where I said, okay, either I fudge it or I throw it out the window. There is not going to be that much frogging on linen. No, I'm not doing it. Okay. But I am okay with it not being perfect. So that's not the issue here. And it's getting warm, so I need to hurry this up. I turned off the air for y'all. So then last night was focus on either Dashaway or Miss Ladybug. And of course this week I was doing Miss Ladybug. Focus is not what I got to do last night. Here's the thing. I'm not supposed to be at work right now. I'm supposed to have Saturdays and Sundays off. But my husband got offered he was supposed to work here tonight. And he got offered a different site. Well, like they asked him, are you working tonight? We could use you at this other site that pays a lot more. And he was like, well, you already have me scheduled at Big Lake. And then he was asking me, he said, do you mind working? And then I can go. So I got. But knowing that I was coming to work tonight meant I needed to do a lot of stuff in a little bit of time at my house because I'm used to pulling it over 2 days. I did finally get down and do some stitching. And I got about 200 stitches on her, which I'm going to need to put another 50 in because the prompt was 250, not 200. But anyway, she's got skin. Got some skin going on there. So she's looking adorable. So I'm going to put 50 more stitches into her. Then I will do my daily 30 on Alice and then get to working on Once Upon a Fairy Tale for Sunday night Hay night. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go so I could get this video uploaded and we will start on next week's video. I'm so glad that y'all are here with me. I hope that you enjoyed, I hope you got to see and enjoy my Flosstubeversary video that was midweek this week. And I'm looking forward to another great year. Thank you so much for coming and visiting me and liking, subscribing, commenting, however you choose to show your love. I appreciate it. So we will see you next week. Happy stitching.